So far this year, there have been 263 mass shootings reported in the United States.
The boy accused of shooting his teacher in a Newport News, Virginia classroom.
Overnight gunfire erupting on the campus of Morgan State University in Baltimore.
And heard gunshots, and then that's when we got the alert that there was active shooting on campus.
On May 18, 2018, a school shooting occurred at Santa Fe High School in Santa Fe, Texas, United States, in the Houston metropolitan area. 10 people, 8 students and 2 teachers were fatally shot, and 13 others were wounded. Dimitrios Pagortzis, a 17-year-old student at the school, was taken into custody. The shooting is the 3rd deadliest high school shooting in the United States, after the Parkland High School shooting that occurred 3 months prior and the Columbine High School massacre in 1999. The Santa Fe Independent School District has an active shooter plan and 2 armed police officers that interacted with students in the school. In the year prior to the shooting, the school district leadership made plans to arm teachers and staff through the Texas School Marshal Program. The gunman began firing a weapon into an art class at the school at 7:32 a.m. CDT. The incident occurred in the school's art complex, which consists of 4 interconnected rooms with interior hallways and 4 other rooms. Witnesses said the 2 targeted classrooms are connected by a ceramics room that the shooter accessed by damaging a door window. During the shooting, a staff member pulled a fire alarm, causing most of the school to evacuate. One wounded victim told reporters the shooter walked into the classroom and pointed his firearm at another person, singing "Another One Bites the Dust" in between shots. According to a witness, students barricaded themselves in the art classroom storage closet, but the shooter shot through the door with a shotgun. He left the art room briefly, causing students to leave the closet and attempt to barricade the art room door, but he pushed the door open. Upon spotting a student he knew, he said, "Surprise," and shot the student in the chest. Students are credited with giving victims first aid. Santa Fe ISD police officers stationed at the school exchanged fire with the shooter, with one officer being wounded and admitted in critical condition to a local hospital. After the gunman shot into the ceramics room, he was engaged by another school officer and a Texas Highway Patrol trooper who attempted to have him surrender peacefully. He reportedly threatened to shoot the officers and repeatedly fired rounds while arguing with the police. He surrendered to the officers after being injured. The Galveston County Sheriffs said officers confronted him within 4 minutes and allowed for the safe evacuation of other students and faculty. Parents were kept off school grounds during the response to the shooting, with parents being directed to the Alamo Gym by 8 a.m. Students were then evacuated to the gym and reunited with their parents. The shooter told police he meant to kill the classmates he shot and wanted to spare the students he liked so he could have his story told. The shooting lasted about 25 minutes until he was arrested. According to the probable cause, affidavit and complaint filed by law enforcement, the shooter used a short-barreled 12-gauge Remington Model 870 pump-action shotgun and a Rossi .38 caliber snub-nosed revolver. Both firearms appear to have been legally owned by his father. Various types of explosive devices were found at the school and off campus, as well as a Molotov cocktail, and residents in the surrounding area were warned to be aware of all suspicious objects. 2 other people were detained by police as persons of interest. One was detained at the scene due to suspicious reactions after the shooting, and another was described as being interviewed. According to at least one witness, Pagortzis was bullied by multiple students and coaches. The school denied the allegations of bullying by coaches. One of his former teachers described him as quiet, but he wasn't quiet in a creepy way, and said that he had never seen him draw or write anything in his class journal that she found suspicious or unusual. Pagortzis was on the honor roll, and he played on the school football team. Pagortzis' journals on his computer and cell phone, found by police after the shooting, suggested to Governor Greg Abbott not only did he want to commit the shooting, but he wanted to commit suicide after the shooting, planned on doing this for some time. He advertised his intentions but somehow slipped through the cracks. Classmates recounted how at a water park the day before the shooting, Pogortses did not show any signs of his plans and seemed friendly and funny. Other classmates have called him a weird loner who never seemed right. The New York Times and Los Angeles Times highlighted Pogortses' social media presence. On April 30, Pogortses posted a photo of a shirt with the words "Born to Kill" on his Facebook page. The Facebook page also included photos of his black duster coat with several buttons on it, with an accompanying caption, "Hammer and sickle equals rebellion. Rising sun equals kamikaze tactics. Iron cross equals bravery. Baphomet equals evil. Cthulhu equals power." The Facebook page has since been taken down. Pogortses was booked into the Galveston County Jail on 2 felony charges: capital murder of multiple people and aggravated assault against a police officer. He was ordered held without bond. Pogortses is represented by attorneys hired by his parents. Due to his age, Pogortses is ineligible for the death penalty or life without parole. If convicted of capital murder, he faces a life sentence with parole eligibility after 40 years. Aggravated assault on a public servant carries a 599-year or 30 years to life sentence. The defense team for Pogortses filed a change of venue request to move the trial out of Galveston County due to the publicity of the case. On February 27, 2019, a judge granted the request without specifying the new venue. In April 2019, it was announced that Pogortses would be facing 11 federal charges, despite a previous statement that federal charges would not be pursued. In June 2019, it was announced that the state trial would take place in Richmond in January 2020. However, on November 4, 2019, Pogortses was found by 3 experts to be unfit to stand trial. He has been in custody at North Texas State Hospital since that month, on March 11, 2020, after hospital experts submitted a report declaring that he was not competent, nor likely to become so in the next 90 days. Judge John Ellisor signed an order requiring him to remain in mental health treatment for at least 12 months. On February 11, 2022, Pogortses was again found incompetent to stand trial and was ordered to stay in the mental hospital for another 12 months. 10 people were killed and 13 people were injured. The 8 students and 2 teachers killed were Cynthia Tisdale, 63, teacher Glenda Ann Perkins, 64, teacher Jared Connor Black, 17 Shauna Fisher, 16 Christian Riley Garcia, 15 Aaron Kyle McLeod, 15 Angelique Ramirez, 15 Sabika Sheikh, 17 an exchange student from Pakistan Christopher Stone, 17 Kimberly Vaughn, 14 in a published statement. Pogortses' family extended their prayers and condolences to the victims and thanked first responders for their assistance. According to the statement, they were as shocked by the event as everyone else. The family stated they were cooperating with authorities and requested the media and others to respect their privacy and that of the victims. While speaking to reporters, Pogortses' father, an immigrant from Greece, claimed that his son's history of being bullied was the reason for the shooting. The parents of victim Chris Stone filed a lawsuit against Pogortses' parents, claiming that his father did not properly secure his weapons and that the parents were negligent in entrusting their son with the firearms. Under Texas law, guns cannot be made accessible to minors outside hunting or under parental supervision, and the penalty can be up to a year in jail and a $4,000 fine if the weapon causes serious injury or death. The parents of a second victim, Aaron McLeod, joined the lawsuit with additional allegations. Both families are also alleging that Pogortses' parents failed to obtain mental health counseling and support and to warn the public of his dangerous propensities.